Today we're going to take a look at the Bandit 177. I got something from Buck Rail. I want to put a barrel band on it. So today we're going to be installing a barrel band on an air rifle. No firearms to be seen. First thing I'm going to have to do is take the scope off, and it's just 2 screws. You don't need to see that. Be back when I get the scope off. Next, we're going to have to pull these 3 Allen screws, and these appear to be a 2mm. The reason I'm doing this, if you recall, when I test shot this, I had issues with the heavy pellets shooting higher than the light pellets, although they were shooting slower. So I am thinking it has something to do with barrel movement of some sort. So I went to Buck Rail and ordered a barrel band. Get these 3 Allen screws loosened up, and the barrel slides right out. So now we're going to install the barrel band, and it does come with its own little Allen wrench. This does have one little section of Picatinny rail on the bottom of it. Slide this on, and I'm going to slide the barrel back in. O-rings look to be in good shape. I'm going to put a little dab of silicone on the O-rings, and when you put this back together, the transfer port goes on the bottom, and there's a little dimple up here. The center set screw goes into that little dimple. Now what I have found is it will kind of center itself if you start putting that in slowly and gently rock this back and forth. You'll find it will grab its own center. Get the center one snugged in, then snug up the front and the rear. And I don't crank these. They're pretty small, so don't get carried away with it. And you should be good. Now I'm gonna set this up just short of touching the front sight is where I'm gonna put this. Gives me plenty of room to get the fill probe in. Just gonna snug these up as evenly as I can. And they do have a captured nut on this side, so you're not tightening these into plastic. And this is really nicely printed. So that's it. All I've got to do is put my scope back on, and we'll check it for 0, and we'll see if it still throws the heavy pellets higher. I'm going to get scope on here. I'll meet y'all outside. For anybody that didn't see the first video, what we had here, I had JTS dead center and JSB pellets in the 8 grain for the light ones, 10.5-ish for the heavy ones. And the heavy pellets at 30 yards were shooting probably 3 inches higher than the light pellets. So I put this barrel band, that's the only thing I could figure, and it did it with both brands of pellets. So both light pellets were hitting right on the bull, and the heavy pellets were hitting 3 inches high, which is completely not what I expected. So put the barrel band on here. We are going to repeat the test. I'm not going to repeat it with both brands of pellets because they both did the same thing. So I'm going to shoot the light pellets 8.7 grain JTS dead centers, and I'm just going to shoot 5 shots with each. I don't want to throw a whole video out. If you didn't see the first video, I'll put a link up here at the top of this video and let you go back and take a look. And that's the only thing I can figure is maybe something to do with the barrel harmonics or something, because both brands of pellets did the same thing. So let's I'm gonna shoot the left target with the light pellet. Okay, good. I didn't change the scope. Had to take this, well, you saw, I took the scope off and just put it back on, so looks like my zero held up okay. Not the best group I ever shot, but we're just checking to see. Oh, by the way, these are at 857. Let me see what the shot string was, just for fun. You know, this is not a regulated gun, so the pressure is a little inconsistent right at the top, and I just filled it up. So we're looking at minimum was 820, maximum was 857, and we're looking at 37 feet per second spread. Let me start another session for the heavier pellets. They should be going slower. That's why you'd think that they should not be going higher. All right, these are the dead center 10.4 grain, and this one was 8.7 grain. Okay, the moment of truth. Let's see if this continues to shoot 3 inches high with the heavy pellets. I'm gonna go for the target on the right. Wow, okay, 800 feet per second with the 10 grain. Forgot to do that. I'm used to the FX chronograph telling me what it sees, and it just doesn't pick up my 177 as consistently as the Garmin does. 794, 769, 733, 715, 698. Oh, that was the 6th shot. Okay, well, I think the barrel band was the answer, and if anybody wants to go back and look at that other video, both light pellets in JTS and JSB, both light pellets were hitting pretty close to the bull, and both 10 grain pellets were probably 3-ish, maybe 4 inches high. Didn't measure it, but definitely more consistent as far as what you would expect it to do. So that's all I had for this video. The barrel band was the answer, and you know, maybe with the barrel band on there, you know, how much I lean into the gun probably makes a little more difference because the barrel's not free floating anymore. But whatever the barrel harmonic issue was is gone. So I'm happy with the results that I got on this. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen, because it made no sense. Even though there's not a terrible difference in the weight of these pellets, and there's not a terrible difference in the velocity of these pellets, the heavier pellets should not have been shooting higher. So it was something to do with the barrel. Don't know exactly what it was, but it was fixed by the placement of the barrel band. Anybody have any questions, suggestions, theories, whatever, drop them in the comments. I'm pretty good about answering comments. I'm gonna throw a video up over here for you. YouTube's gonna throw one down here for you, and I'll catch you in one of those, or I'll catch you down the road.